Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show.
She is very popular among people, her worship. And she's worshipped widely by both people who are in business or who are politics or anybody else, basically. Her specific nature, this iconography as it shows. So she's sitting there and there's an asura and she's pulling the tongue of the asura and she's beating the asura. So basically, what she does is she does tammana. Tammana means to stop something, immobilize something. So when her Mula mantra is like that, it does Tambana of Shatrus. You stop them completely on their tracks, you stop them from speaking against you, you stop them from anything. And those who are very high in the upasana of Bagalamukhi Devi, they may even attain, at least in the texts, attain ability to do Stambana of natural elements. So wind and fire and things like that.
Just pause it.
Yes.
That's the Siddhi.
Stop it dead in its track. And it can stop your mind also, by the way. Stambana can be done in your mind. You don't know what is going on then.
As in you can stop another person's mind.
Yes.
In what way?
That way, you those who have the siddhi of this mantra and they want, how do you think it is going to stop the enemy? By causing stambana on his mind, his or her mind. He doesn't know what to do. Whatever you have learned, you'll forget at that moment. Stop.
Basically some form of a psychic attack.
Stopping something on its track.
Psychic pause.
Whatever term you want to use, at the end it has to be a real pause.
Will one even know that they've gone through a stambana?
Maybe later on they'll figure out. At that point they won't.
Do you think the real material world today has people with this kind of a siddhi who have actually applied it?
Yes.
This is there.
And she is one of the most widely worshipped forms of Mahavidya across India by whether it's businessmen, whether it's politician, whether it's just about anybody. The first thing they do is go and do Bagalamukhi Prayogas.
Why businessmen?
There are rivalries. Wherever you have enemies, you will have to invoke Bagalamukhi to stop. If there is a court case or something like this, she's there. And for those who are experts, you can use that stambana, the process of stambana, to do stambana on anything, even spirits and all those things. Any negative thing can be stopped if you have expertise in the vidya. And there is, when I say expertise, it's not just one thing, it's a layer of various vidyas involved in it. As I was mentioning, that it's believed in the lore that there are multiple stages of the Bagalamukhi Prayoga and etc. Like divine beings like Parashuram, Bhagavan Dattatreya, they also have Bagalamukhi Siddhis. They use it, they have Siddhis. For example, they can stop all all the semi-divine beings in various realms. So doing stambana on them is much more difficult than on human beings. Human beings are always distracted, so it's easier. At the highest level of the Bagalamukhi Vidya, at least in the texts, one can do even stambana of the Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. It's believed to be one of the most potent deities. Very, very powerful, very interesting, and done incorrectly backfires very badly.
Like how?
Oh, if you are not at fault, if the person you are doing it is not at fault, there are some variations in the mantras and some things like that. So it can come back and hit you.
You will be sthambaned.
Worse than that. When stambana happens on somebody, you will just not know whether you're going left or right. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you here? Nothing. Sab band. And that can be done, by the way, not just in your mind. Suppose somebody does stambana, say, on another person's work. तो काम रुक जाएगा तुम्हारा. On your finances, रुक जाएगा. On your health, you will see suddenly that everything is going wrong.
How does one protect themselves from these kind of situations?
There are many other processes. So she's a deity who can do this. At the spiritual level, one can use her blessings very easily to stop negative things from approaching and destroying and causing trouble. Of course, like all other deities, that ability of Stambhana won't come on day one. To do a lot of practice and sadhana and mantra japa and various other paddhatis. She can be worshipped both in Dakshinachara method properly. Dakshinachara is the right hand method without use of any kind of Vamachar paddhati, but she can also be worshipped very easily using Vamachar. Both are applicable, both are possible, and definitely her mantras require some guidance from people, from experts or mentors.
Have you ever seen this anime show called Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
It's basically about firebending, airbending, and waterbending. Where you said that you can pause fire, air, and water.
Any of the natural elements.
Also, you can manipulate them?
That depends on the expertise of the individual doing it.
Like X-Men.
No, so it's not like that. It's once you attain proficiency in the vidya, in the mantra, then you can use it for so many other things. It depends on the individual. What kind of mind he has, what capabilities he has. Suppose you know Stambhana and something negative has happened or some kind of a blood loss is happening somewhere. Suppose you have, just theoretically saying, practically it's very difficult. Suppose someone has an extraordinary amount of ability to stop something, kind of a flow or something can be stopped. So you can do Stambhana at that point so that the blood loss can be stopped. I'm just giving a theoretical example. It's practically very difficult to do. But fundamentally, Stambhana means to stop something on its track. And that is why she is worshipped.
Okay. If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.